Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So, Manchester United are taking on Sheriff in the Europa League this week. This is a very important match for our season. Of course, a win will allow us to top the group should we beat Real Sociedad away in Spain next week. This will help us to avoid further fixture congestion around Christmas, and it will be very important for us to top the group to get a favourable draw going into the round of 16. Yes guys, and of course, if you do want to support the channel, don't forget the sub button, and let's get into it. Yes, guys, so of course, Manchester United have played 4 and won 3. We have one loss against Real Sociedad, picked up wins home and away against Omonia and away to Sheriff already. So let's hope whenever we get them to Old Trafford, it'll be a comfortable victory for ourselves. We can go out and put on a professional performance, have the match won within 45 minutes to 60 minutes, and rest for the rest of the match. This will allow us to see some of the young players who we talked about, the likes of Kobe Manu, perhaps getting a couple of minutes off the bench, which will be great to see, be great for their development, and it'll definitely be a positive coming out of the match. What we don't want is what we had against Omonia last time at Old Trafford. We don't want to be squandering opportunities in front of goal. We don't want the match to have to run on into stoppage time, and we don't want to be scraping a 1-0 win. We want to be on the front foot, putting the ball in the net within the first 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Sheriff, of course, will come with a game plan of sitting back and hitting us on the break. We know they'll try that, and the way you disrupt that is by scoring early. And whenever you do that, their game plan goes out the window. It's very important for Sheriff to pick up points. They do have hopes, of course, of making it into the Conference League. And yeah, I mean, they will have to come out and attack us should we score first, and they'll have to try and play to get something in the match. So yeah, I mean, this is a match we really should be winning. We know this already, of course. Sheriff have sacked their manager 2 days before the match. This is because they felt there was a lack of focus at the weekend, because players were looking forward to this match. So they are all over the place at the minute. This should be on paper at least a comprehensive win, a fairly straightforward route to success in this match. That is to say, of course, that Sheriff do have danger men. These guys did beat Real Madrid last season in the Champions League, and they have some decent players. For me, their danger man in this match will be Ibrahim Rashid Akbani, a Nigerian winger. He can play through the middle as well. He looked decent against us in the first leg. Certainly has a lot of pace and strong player, and he offered an awful lot of running in that match. You know, he caught us out a couple of times on the break, and just a lack of quality perhaps prevented him from creating a chance or getting a good shot off on goal. This season he has played 14 matches, he has 5 goals and 3 assists. He also has scored 2 goals in Champions League qualifiers, so he does have ability. He is a threat, of course, and he is a player who will have to watch out for. He is their top goal scorer this season, 7 goals in all competitions including qualifiers, and he is somebody who can find the back of the net if you do present him with chances. I don't want to see this guy doing too well against us. I don't want to see this team doing too well against us. We are an awful lot better than them. We know that already, and let's just hope that we can put in a comprehensive professional performance and just get this game done and out of the way nice and quickly within the first 60 minutes or so. So this is the team I would go with to beat Sheriff. I would like to see David De Gea in goal. I will obviously opt for as much rotation as we can. So we're going to have Diogo Dalot at right back. There are no other right backs. At centre back, it'll be Lindelof and Martinez. There are no other centre backs. I want to see Tyrell Malacia play on the left. I think Luke Shaw could do with a rest, and I think it's good to get as much players' minutes as possible. Moving forward, we're going to have the return of McFred. Not ideal, but I want to see Casemiro and I want to see Christian Eriksen being given the night off. Ahead of them, Bruno Fernandes is going to play at the 10. Of course, it would be great to see maybe someone like Donny van de Beek, who has been training this week, if he is fit enough to play, get a couple of minutes, relieve some of the pressure on our players to play every single match. Moving on ahead, of course, we're going to have Antony on the right, Jadon Sancho on the left, and I think we'll go Marcus Rashford through the middle. I know that there has been a kiss and make up with Ronaldo this week, and it does seem that that may be resolved, But to me, I don't think that he'll play this match from the start. He might come on off the bench. I might be completely wrong on this. It would be good to see Ronaldo get on. We are going to need options in the box. We are going to need to take our chances in this game, score early, and Ronaldo will definitely help with that if he is on form. But I just don't think he'll play straight away after coming back. So that is the team. I would really like to see Jadon Sancho have a good match. The guy needs a bit of confidence. He has looked like he's playing within himself for large portions of the season. But yeah, I think there's a hell of a footballer in there. We know the talent, and it's just getting it out of him on a consistent basis, and that's what our challenge has to be as a club, because Sancho is so good. He is perfect for Ten Hag's system. We just need him playing on form and to the best of his abilities. We've seen it against Sheriff in the first leg, in those moments where the box is congested and there's a lot of players in the way. Sancho is an excellent operator in small spaces. This is something we are going to have again at Old Trafford, of course, against Sheriff. They will be compact, they will sit back, and Sancho might be one of the guys to unlock that defence. I think as well it'll be important to see a good match from Bruno Fernandes. He has started to look a lot better in recent matches, and I would like him to continue his good form. These matches are typically hot or cold for Bruno. Either he will have a great match and create plenty of chances, or he'll get frustrated and look like he's wasting the ball every time he gets on it. So we need a composed game from Bruno Fernandes. We need him to link up with the two number 8s behind him, who I think will be McTominay and Fred. Could be Eriksen, Casemiro, of course, but I don't think we'll go full strength. We've played a lot of games, and we've a lot of games still to come. So I think Ten Hag will look to rotate his options a little bit, and I think Fred and McTominay are probably the way to do that. I wouldn't mind seeing Donny van de Beek coming on, perhaps as substitute option. Maybe we could possibly see Zidane Iqbal, maybe Kobbie Mainoo as well, should the game be going well. If we are a couple of goals up, it could be great to see some of those young players get off the bench. It is one thing that Ten Hag hasn't had the opportunity to do, really, is play those young players, mostly out of necessity because of how poorly we started the season and the necessity of picking up as much points as possible. Losing that first match against Real Sociedad really has threw a spanner in the works, because this would have been a great opportunity to give to young players to get on and get a couple of minutes, but we have been playing catch up in the group. That is why we've seen strong teams against Ammonia, against Sheriff, and I'm sure we'll see a strong team on Thursday night at Old Trafford again. For what is crucial in this match is that we don't give them anything to hold on to. We give them a goal, it could be a very, very long night. It already will be a very long night at 0-0. Sheriff will be very, very happy if they came away with a point at Old Trafford, of course. But if we do manage to get ourselves into the lead, I back us to hold on to it. Sheriff don't offer a lot going forward, of course. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the Ronaldo situation. We had reports come out today, of course, that Ronaldo had returned to training, and that apparently he has kissed and made up with Erik Ten Hag, which will be an interesting subplot, of course, as always with Ronaldo this season. But I don't think we'll see him in this match. I think that Ten Hag will stick with the front three that he deployed at Chelsea, and I think that Manchester United should win this game fairly comfortably. So with all that being said, I'm going to think Manchester United are getting a 3-0 victory here at Old Trafford. I think Jadon Sancho will score, I think Marcus Rashford will get a goal, and I think Bruno Fernandes will pick up one too. I think it's important for Rashford to get a goal. Of course, he's had an awful lot of chances. He's played well without goals, but we need him to start putting the ball in the back of the net. I think that's an absolute imperative for Rashford. He needs to improve that goal scoring form. 5 goals is a decent enough return, but we need more. Some poor finishing on his part and some tremendous goalkeeping on other parts has prevented him from scoring more, but there comes a time when the ball needs to start hitting the back of the net, and this is certainly it. I mean, I would be more concerned if he wasn't getting into goal scoring chances, a bit like last season when he just sort of drifted through games without much intent or purpose or threat. He is causing threats, he is making runs, and sooner rather than later everything averages out and he will start picking up his goals. He will start putting the ball in the back of the net. if he keeps on getting good chances and hitting the target, sooner rather than later they will go in. So yes guys, that is your preview finished for this match. Don't forget to join us after the match for the review. We'll be live on YouTube and on TikTok talking all about the match. We'll talk about all the Europa League matches, all the Champions League matches for this week. And yeah, don't forget to hit like, comment and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching.